it's Adrian and welcome back to my channel. Today, in honor of the soon approaching Thanksgiving, I am here to bring you the Thanksgiving tag. I was actually thinking about doing an original tag in the month of November for Thanksgiving, but when I went to go look at some other tags that already existed, I found some really fantastic ones, one of which was this one that I decided to do instead because why mess with perfection? This was a tag created last year by Sophie series. I will leave a link to her original video down in the description box below. You should go check it out. I'm gonna jump right in because there are a couple questions here and they're kind of juicy. So the idea behind this tag and the reason that I think it's so fantastic is that when we gather around the table with our friends and families, sometimes there's just some drama going on. I know in my Thanksgiving days there has been some interesting things happening around the table when you have extended family and friends. You just always got the kooky ones and the weirdo ones and the antisocial ones and the grumpy ones, and it makes for a very interesting Thanksgiving dinner. And they're always fun. They're just interesting. So the idea behind this tag is you gather a bunch of characters, put them together, what happens? First up is the Wrangler and the Savior. Which character would be most likely to chase and probably torture the turkey? And which character would be most likely to save the turkey? Well, first of all, for the turkey wrangler, you know it's gonna be Merry and Pippin, because come on guys. You know that they're going to be doing some torture stuff to that poor turkey. And then we have the Savior, and that would be Lucy from The Lion and the Witch in the Wardrobe, because she would not be happy with Merry and Pippin. She would be the one scolding Merry and Pippin for their turkey torturing, and she would be trying to save it from their mischievous little hands. Question number 2, the drama king or queen. Which character would be most likely to start an argument at the dinner table? Tinkerbell. Because guys, she is not the cute little Tinkerbell fairy from the Disney movies that my kids watch. She's got some sass. She is got some attitude, and when you get on her bad side, you know you're in trouble. So she probably would start an argument with somebody for some reason because she's Tinkerbell. Question number 3, the Space Cadet. Which character would be most likely to set the oven on fire? Elland from Mistborn, because he wouldn't be like the Space Cadet, like not paying attention. Well, he would be not paying attention, but not because he's just like woo in the head, but he would be probably philosophizing about why Tinkerbell is starting an argument and why Merry and Pippin are chasing the turkey and trying to make some kind of treaty document so that everybody would stop fighting at the Thanksgiving table so we can have a nice Thanksgiving table. Each and every person would have their right and due full respects, and he would be busy planning that out. And then he would forget that the turkey was in the oven and end of Thanksgiving dinner. Question number 4, the loner. Which character would be most likely to be the loner? Because, let's face it, nobody wants them there. Tamlin, my friend. He was invited to Thanksgiving, let me tell you, because he did have a slight redeemable quality. But everybody is still pissed off at Tamlin because he is a not nice person and wish that he would just get up and go home. Question number 6, the perfectionist. Which character is going to be too busy making sure that this Thanksgiving feast is planned to perfection? Sophie from the School for Good and Evil, but let me tell you, this is totally gonna fit in with our Thanksgiving drama because Sophie inevitably is going to try to prove that she's good and that she's perfect by making the most perfect Thanksgiving feast. Things are not going to go right, probably because Merry and Pippin are breaking dishes trying to chase the turkey, Lucy's screaming at them to leave the turkey alone, Tinkerbell is starting a fight probably with Tamlin because let's just face it, they're both big jerks, and the Thanksgiving feast is ruined, so she gets angry and she starts seething, and her best friend Agatha wasn't invited, so she's even more angry, and then she turns into a witch and everybody runs away screaming and Thanksgiving has been ruined and she just becomes more angry and more depressed, and that's just how this Thanksgiving feast is gonna roll, guys. It's gonna be one of those years. Question number 7, the embarrassment. Which character has had a little bit too much, aka a lot too much, of the apple cider cocktail at this Thanksgiving party? Rye from the Shades of Magic series, because he's gonna be watching everything go down and he's gonna think that it is hysterical, and it will be more hysterical if you're a little drunk, so we could add to the hysteria. So he's gonna get a little bit punch drunk, and then we're gonna have problems because he's just gonna add to the drama and everybody is gonna blame it on the drunk guy. And then he's not gonna be invited to Thanksgiving anymore, creating more Thanksgiving drama for next year. And so the cycle continues. Can you tell I have experience with Thanksgiving drama? Question number 7. Name a book that you are not thankful for this year. That's an easy one. Lies of Silence by Brian Moore. I don't even know why I keep adding the little picture here because I hate this book. It's my only 1-star rating of a book so far, ever. It had no plot. It was about adultery, which I do not think is okay. The characters fell flat, the plot fell flat, and while the premise of the book seemed interesting, I was totally disappointed by this book. So in my opinion, this book can just go bye-bye. Question number 8, a book that you are thankful for. Well, now that I've got it all myself all feisty, I can't really think of any books that I actually am very thankful for this year, except maybe one, and that's Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. This was a really good book, but I'm not necessarily thankful for the book itself. I'm more thankful for the fact that it introduced me to more of the quantum mechanics, parallel universe kind of books. I've really grown to love them, and this was the first one that I've read of something like that. And so I've been reading more and more of them, and I absolutely love them. So I'm very thankful that this book has introduced me to a new genre that I like besides YA fantasy, because I'm starting to get a little burnt out from YA fantasy. So I'm trying to move more towards new genres, and this was one of them, so I'm very thankful for this book. And lastly, number 9, name one random thing you are thankful for. I'm gonna name 2 because this is my channel and I can. First of all, I'm thankful for all of you. I was supposed to do a BookTube birthday video a couple weeks ago, but I got really sick, so I didn't end up doing it, and I wanted to do a special giveaway and maybe a Q&A, and just thank all my subscribers and all the friends that I've made here on YouTube since I started my channel. I didn't get to do that, but I do plan on doing it in the future, but just for now I wanted to thank you so much for making this past year for me so much fun. And the second thing is more of a practical thing. I am really grateful for our new house. For anybody who's been new since the last half year or so, in June we moved, and it was like a nightmare trying to move to our new house. Everything was going wrong with our old house. We got sales, we lost sales, we got sales again, we lost sales, we lost this house. They found a new seller, that seller lost the house, we got the house again. Eventually we ended up in the house that we wanted. It was a total miracle, but I'm so grateful that we're here because things are so much easier for me personally and for my kids. We live closer to the school, the neighborhood is cleaner, we live in a park. We moved from like the inner city to more suburbs, which is a little nicer for my kids. The neighborhood is safer. I'm just really grateful that even though we had to go through all that drama, we finally got here and we can call it home, and we really love it. That wraps it up for the Thanksgiving tag. This was a tag that I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video that was created last year, and a lot of the people that I'm going to tag have created their YouTube channels around Thanksgiving or just after Thanksgiving, so I don't think you've done this Thanksgiving tag, but if you have, I'm sorry, but I would love to see you guys do it because it was so much fun. If you have just a little bit of Thanksgiving drama in your family or in your friends or whomever you celebrate Thanksgiving with, you're gonna love it. I did. I will say, not all my Thanksgivings have been dramatic. There have been 1 or 2, and they definitely go down in the history books. So I'm very excited to see what your answers will be. I am going to tag Kim from Kim Here, Julie from Pages and Pens, Lisa from Books and Smiles, Sarah from Sarah's Nightstand, Brittany from Brittany Reads, Derby from Derby Lane Reading, Clara from Clara Reads, and Shelby from Read and Find Out. That wraps it up for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, I would love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.